Hi, this is Drew Zagorski with Left Brain, Right Brain Marketing, and this is the Pragmatist Guide to Small Business Marketing. Today's topic is blogging. A lot of times I'll talk to clients about blogging and they start squirming, they get all uncomfortable, they don't want to blog, it takes too much time, they're not a good writer. All kinds of excuses come out on the table. Here's the reality is that in today's search engine game, content is what it's all about, and blogging is an outstanding way to help you boost your search ranking, because if you've got relevant content to what your business is all about, obviously you're growing that content on your website. It'll put more search hooks out there for the world to find you. Beyond that, what it does is it positions you as an expert in your field or your business. When people start searching for somebody and they find you online, then they go and start looking at your different blogs and your take on things and what your recommendations or advice are about things. That creates believers. Um, so there's two really huge things in terms of what blogging can do for you. But let's get back to that pain in the butt part of blogging, the thing that takes all this time. Well, here's a few things that you can put into practice for blogging for your business so that it doesn't become a time sink and it doesn't become such a painful thing to do. First is your blog doesn't need to be long. It can be 2 or 3 paragraphs. Just put a position out there, put a take on something, an opinion, put it out there. If you read an article, if you're into your industry and business, no doubt you're reading trade publications and things like that. So if you find a great article, reference it in your blog, put a paragraph or two about what you think about it, and then link to that article from your blog. That's all there is to it. Um, the second thing is if you've got staff, if you've got employees, make the blog part of their job description so that you can rotate the responsibility of creating that blog from month to month, so that one person doesn't have to come up with all these topics and constantly be generating blog posts. Um, Share that responsibility with your team. Frequency, once, twice is probably pushing the limit for how much people will want to see from you. I mean, we're in an information overload era. And so probably once a month is ideal. If you wanted to go to twice a month, that's about as much as I would go. I've got some friends who do weekly blogs, and it gets to a point where you're just like, I want to unsubscribe to that because it's just pinging me and pinging me and pinging me. So once or twice a month is plenty for your blogging. Then um, again, going back to that point about industry news, you don't have to write a whole blog. You can just write a little brief introduction paragraph about an article that you read or another blog post that you read from someone else, and then reference to that blog post. Make it fun. Um, that's a big thing. It don't take yourself too seriously in your blogs. It's a conversation with your audience. Don't be afraid to use humor. Um, Once you post it on your blog, it's important that you make sure that it's and if you build it, they will come. That's not always the case with your blog. If you're taking the time to do it and to do it right, make sure the world is seeing it. So make sure you're queuing up your blog and all your social networks so that you're feeding it to your audience through your social networks. If you use email marketing, send it out via your email blasts. Um, and so you're going to get the most eyes possible on your blog. Next is to use the blog when you're creating your blog. Use your time effectively. Um, do a batch of blogs at a time. Do 4 to 6 at a time. Take a half a day or a couple hours and bang out, a whole bunch of blogs, and then you can use those. You can queue them up, and you can schedule them to publish to your site if you're using something like WordPress, and Hootsuite for social networking. You can write 4 or 6 of them in a half a day, and then schedule them up, and you're done for 4 to 6 months. Um, Keep an eye on the comments if you have comments turned on your blog, because again, it is a conversation. So if somebody reads your blog and comments on it, read it, approve the comment if it's acceptable, comment to their comments, reply to the comments, and make the conversation happen, because that's what's really going to help. Um, and then finally, if you've got the means and the motivation to do so, create a video of the blog that you're doing, because then you've got tentacles out on YouTube when you post that video out there, and it's a little bit more engaging. When somebody comes to the blog, they might want to just watch the video. So if you take these steps in terms of putting together a blog strategy, it will help to pare down the time it takes to do the blog and help to put together a blog strategy that's going to be doable and that you'll be able to follow through on throughout the year. So any more questions, feel free to give me a call, 503-629-8674, or look me up online, lbrbm.com. Thanks. Have a great day.